Oh, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be solving two-sum together, a very popular Leetcode problem. Alright, so given an array of integers, nums, and an integer target, return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You may return your answer in any order. So if we look at answer example 1, we have 2, 7, 11, 15. And we can see that 2 and 7 add up to the target, which is 9, and the indices of those are 0 and 2. In example 2, the target is 6. You see the first number 3. 3 plus 3 does equal 6, but we're not allowed to use the same number twice, so we move on to 2. 3 plus 2 is not 6, so we move on to the next number. 2 plus 4 is 6, and indices of 2 is 1, and indices of 4 is 2. Alright. So I drew up this diagram to help me understand the problem. This is the array. Let's say the target is 10, and we have 5, 7, 11, and 3. 7 plus 3 equals 10, so that would be our answer, and it could be in any order, so it could be 1 comma 3 or 3 comma 1. A very intuitive way to answer this problem would be to just find every combination of two numbers and add them together until you find the target. But the problem with this is it's quite inefficient. You would end up doing a lot more operations than you would need. There's actually a quite simple way to solve this using a hash map. Let's say we initialized our hash map at 0 and we added every number and its index as a key value pair. Next, we can create a second for loop and iterate through each number and find the difference and see if that difference is in the hash map. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say we iterate through the array and the first number is 5. We can look at the target, which is 10, and we see what two numbers together would equal 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. We check our array and we see, is there a key associated with the number 5? There is. But as we saw in the directions, we cannot use the same element twice. So there is no other 5, so it would not be an answer. We go on to 7. We go 10 minus 7 is 3. We check our hash map. Is there a key with the value of 3? There is. And we would tell the program to return the indices 1 and 3. So let's go into how would we solve this in a code. In this example, we're going to be solving in JavaScript. First, we create our hash map. So let hash map equal empty object. Next, we're going to create a for loop that's going to iterate over every element in our array and add it to the hash map with its indice. So we go for let I equal 0 while I is less than nums dot length 5 plus plus. Inside the for loop, we would add each number to our hash map. So we go hash map with the property of nums I equals I, which would be the current index. So this now populates our hash map. This for loop creates this hash map here. Next, we're going to have a next for loop that's going to calculate the difference between each number and see if it's in the hash map. So let's do that. It's actually quite similar to the other for loop, so we could actually just copy it. And this would iterate through all the numbers in the array. And we calculate the difference. Let diff equal the target minus nums at the I index. Next, we would create an if statement to check the hash map and see if that value is a key in our hash map. So we'd go if hash map, the property diff, is not undefined, which means it's found, and hashmap.diff, hashmap, the property diff, is not equal to I, which is the current index we're at. For example, if in this example here, let's say that we have the first number 5, 10 minus 5 is 5, but we cannot have it equal to the current index we're looking at, which would be 0, and we look for another one. If it's not there, then we would move on. Let's see. And if this value, if all these conditions are met, we would return an array of the difference of the property of difference, hashmap.diff, and the current index we're on. All right, and let's see if this works. Let's submit our code. And it worked. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, let me know. Hopefully you learned something. I didn't know how to use a hash map a couple days ago, and I wanted to see, like, help you guys out if you guys didn't know how to use a hash map to solve a coding problem. Anyway, bye.